As Emma just said, we really are now starting to feel that drop in temperatures, aren't we?
We really are. I mean, it's not unusual for this time of year, of course, and last night down to around -3 quite widely. We'd expect that at this time of year. I think what's different about this particular cold snap is the prolonged cold weather we're going to have over the next few days, well into the weekend and even into Monday. So it's really a good idea to keep an eye on elderly neighbours and relatives, because that's when it gets really chilly over days and nights, over a prolonged period, is when people start to go downhill. From the Met Office, and that's just catering to that really, footpaths and roads are going to be very icy where we see any moisture. So do take care. All the details, of course, coming up later on in the weather.
Yeah, feeling cold just hearing you talk about it. So, Jo, thank you.
He was a brilliant player for both Manchester City and for Liverpool. Can he now turn his hand to management? Kolo Touré.
Hello again, a very good evening to you. The cold theme continues across the whole of the UK for the rest of this week. And for the northwest of England, lots of dry weather ahead, hard frost to come by night. A few icy stretches where we see any showers, and there will be a few flurries with some snow up on higher ground at times over the next few days and nights. In a bit more detail then, that cold plunge of air from the Arctic, keeping things very cold across the country well into next week, and fronts either side of the country generating showers, some of which will migrate inland, and as they meet the cold air, quite readily turn to sleet and snow at both higher and lower levels, with some accumulations perhaps in the Pennines during the day tomorrow and again on Saturday. But back to this evening's details, and although there are some showers for Irish sea coasts, most places tonight dry, clear, cold, frosty, temperatures down to around -5 or -6 away from towns tonight, and there could be a few icy stretches as we get up tomorrow morning. On to tomorrow's details. First of all, the sun times, and it's rising tomorrow morning at 8:14, setting at 3:51. Tomorrow, perhaps a few icy stretches and certainly a very cold start to the day. Below freezing for the northwest, showers continuing in the west, and these have the potential to turn a little bit wintry, particularly up on higher ground, but for most of us a dry and nice day with lots of sunshine. Just wrap up warm if you're heading out and about. Later on from the east, we'll begin to see some wintry flurries in the Pennines, the Cumbrian Fells, and that could settle with a few centimetres there, but for most places dry, just very cold, and that theme continues into the weekend. Below freezing by night, some hard frost to come. Keep cosy. Yes, there are amber warnings in force for large parts of the country overnight and into tomorrow. I'll have all the details in just a few moments.
More on this, and Jo, what could be in store?
It really feels like the warnings are coming thick and fast at the moment, doesn't it? We have those 3 amber warnings in place at the moment. More detail on that to come. Heavy snow this evening in many parts of the country. Last night, our coldest night of the year, down to -16 in northern Scotland. So we really are in the grip of winter at the moment. And over the next few hours, expect more snow quite widely across the north of England. Central areas today certainly saw plenty of snow. That mixture of rain, sleet and snow moving up across the country. And this is Shropshire. I mean, it does look very beautiful, but it has caused a lot of disruption on the roads this afternoon. Snow has moved up into Wales, and there's been around 18 centimetres on higher ground in Wales this afternoon, and more is expected tonight and through the first part of Friday. In fact, many of us will be waking up to a covering of snow tomorrow morning. But to put you into the picture, where's it all coming from? Well, we have a real battleground on our hands at the moment. Cold Arctic air from the north dominating things, and then this milder air trying to move up from the southwest. As it does so with that low pressure that's been bringing rain, it's really turned into snow quite readily, particularly on higher ground today. Now, during tomorrow, that low pressure will move away and the cold air will really take a grip across the UK during tomorrow night. A severe frost expected. Here's the forecast. More snow then over the next 24 hours, and unfortunately at the weekend we have more warnings in place for snow during Saturday afternoon. Of course, icy conditions quite widely across many parts of the country as we go through this evening. That snowfall continuing in places, and during this weekend we're still in the midst of it. Very cold, frosty nights to come, and as I mentioned before, probably another very cold night tomorrow night quite widely. As you can see, the warnings then for Northern Ireland tonight, that amber warning. Central and northern parts of Wales, that continues to be very difficult through tonight and tomorrow, and that Pennine spine again to start the day tomorrow. But by the afternoon, they've all gone and things have calmed down. That colder air taking hold and icy conditions through tomorrow night once more. The details for this evening, that mixture of rain, sleet and snow pushing up across many parts of the country. Northern Scotland dry but icy. Rain to the south, sleet and snow mixing in across much of the country during the night tonight and then pushing southwards again through the early hours of tomorrow morning. So snow perhaps returning to the southeast before dawn. Temperature-wise, as you can see, a real mixture, but certainly cater for icy stretches tonight and first thing tomorrow. Very difficult driving for parts of Wales and northern England tomorrow morning. Do take care out there. That rain, sleet and snow ebbing away, moving down to the south and east later on. And actually skies will brighten up during the afternoon. A smattering of showers. Quite windy conditions through tonight will ease off tomorrow, particularly in the southwest. And you'll notice those temperatures will plunge, perhaps 7 or 8 Celsius, but by the end of the day, down to freezing again. And that hard frost to come tomorrow night. Definitely have to keep an eye on the warnings over the next few days, really. It's really going to be quite tricky out there on the roads.
Yeah, nowhere near spring yet, Jo,
No,
by the looks of it.
doesn't
Thank
look
you.
like